Steve and I had known each other quite a while. Our romance started very much the way it stayed our whole marriage, just very much and totally in love with each other, best friends, having a great time, just about as good as they get. Steve really had a passion for making a difference. He always found the time to speak to whoever wanted to speak to him, to really share any kind of life story or to hear a person's life story. And he just really loved helping people and giving back. So anytime that he felt tapped on the shoulder, he always had time for that. We had just finished coaching a high school boys basketball. We're really involved in sports ministries, and Steve had been running up and down the court and his back was bothering him. So we went to a doctor, a friend of ours, and he said, "You look great, I'm sure everything is fine. Run upstairs, get an MRI, and then I'll know how to treat you." And he ran upstairs, we got an MRI, and we came back down and they said, "You have cancer all over your body." So Steve died in 28 days from that day. And it was very, very dramatic. He was in great pain, but he never, ever stopped being Steve Patterson. And so even though he isn't here today, he has left a legacy that is much bigger than cancer. Steve's legacy is about excellence, and just not necessarily about excellence for anybody else, but excellence within your heart and soul. Steve and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation certainly found a great synergy between their hearts and their souls, their mission statements, what they live for, and sports was a way to really connect them. And that was exactly what Steve loved about sports, was that it did so much more. It doesn't matter where you live or what language you speak or really where you come from. The fact that you can pick up a bat and a ball and you can join a group of other kids and really have an amazing time together and experience that joining and that really belonging. Steve was all about belonging and really representing what a community can do. And for the athletes and for the teams that win this award, they are really showing off the fact that it is about community and it is about coming together in the spirit of making a difference. The work that we're doing now with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and the Steve Patterson Award, we're able to really honor athletes and teams that are doing the work that Steve loved to do.
The Robert Wood Johnson Foundation has selected the Women's Sports Foundation as the recipient of the 2012 Steve Patterson Award.
It's amazing when you look back and the barriers that existed for women to play sports in terms of perceptions and access. Many people thought that women should not play sport, sweating was not attractive, women shouldn't build muscles, that it was not good for your health for women to play, and some people thought, well, simply that women would not be interested in sport.
A lot of people assume that because my father's Muhammad Ali, that I wanted to follow his footsteps, and that actually wasn't the case. I didn't know that women boxed, so it wasn't an option to me to become a fighter until I saw women's boxing for the first time.
Title IX was passed back in 1972. We're celebrating the 40th anniversary. The law was to make sure there was no gender discrimination or any gender inequities in any federally funded program. There had to be equal opportunity in the sports area as well. When Billie Jean King founded the Women's Sports Foundation, she saw that girls were underserved in this area, and so she developed the foundation to make sure that there was an organization fighting on the behalf of girls to make sure that Title IX was enacted. In fact, she's often referred to the Women's Sports Foundation as the guardian angel of Title IX. The Women's Sports Foundation exists to create leaders by providing all girls access to sport and fitness. We are the only organization to work with the elite, the Olympic, the professional athlete, all the way to with girls in underserved communities that don't even have access to sport. As you look at our programs, we really do this through our advocacy efforts, research to make sure that the policy we're working on is grounded in fact-based understanding.
We also have a program which is called Go Girl Go, which focuses on girls in underserved communities to help keep them active, and to teach them how to be confident, to teach them how to be leaders in life. A lot of what we do is not always about trying to get someone to become a professional athlete. It's just about using sports and physical activity to keep girls strong, get them moving, and help them be successful in life no matter what they want to do.
We also provide travel and training grants so that very good athletes can have the opportunity to become great athletes. And we also honor and celebrate the accomplishments of female athletes. To me, what is most inspiring is the giving and sharing nature of these elite athletes with whom we work and their desire to give back at such a young point in their careers.
It is such an honor for the Women's Sports Foundation to be receiving the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Steve Patterson Award. Steve Patterson himself reminds me so much of my father. My dad always gave back, and he's always taught me to use my celebrity in a positive light to do good.
For the Women's Sports Foundation to be in the company of previous winners of the Patterson Award, like the San Francisco Giants, the Cincinnati Reds, the U.S. Soccer Foundation, we're honored to be in their company, and we look forward to continuing to do the good that we can through sports philanthropy. What's been terrific this year with being the 40th anniversary of Title IX is we've been able to look back and see how much has been accomplished. We've gone from 1 in 27 girls playing high school sport to 2 in 5 today. If you look at the Olympic Games, there are more female athletes on Team USA than male athletes for the first time ever, and I don't think anyone would ever have thought that possible.
Young girls being able to watch that, it just instills a certain belief within themselves that they can do anything that they want to do in life, and that's what we need.
Sports improves someone's life because it's this unique combination of playing a game and playing on a team, and at that same time, what you learn through sports is this ability to fall down and get right back up.